Welcome back to our playthrough of Dark Souls. We will continue to explore the Tomb of the Giants. Oh, excuse me. Oh, sorry about that. As I mentioned in a previous episode, kinda sick. But I'll survive. It's not a big deal. So let's talk to this gentleman.
Good day. You look reasonably sane. What are you doing in the catacombs? Are you a cleric or something?
Nope, I'm not that I'm aware.
No? Really? Then I'd have no qualms telling you. There's a fine stash of treasure right down that hole. I found it first, but, well, we're friends now, so I'll split it with you. In any case, have a look. It'll shimmer you blind.
Yeah, he seems very trustworthy.
There, that hole. Take a closer look.
Well, he said we are friends now, so I trust him. Oh no.
This is what I do, my friend. The trinkets I'll be stripping off your corpse, that's the real treasure.
Like I respect his business plan and everything, you know, but he does realize that we are undead, right? And that we respawn with all our possessions every time. Like, I don't know how that's actually supposed to work. I guess if we go hollow before dying, but I guess you know, you could just kill yourself when you are back at the last bonfire you were. But I guess that's a segregation between gameplay and the narrative, so I'll let it slide. Let this one slide. Oh, look who we have here.
You're no hollow, are you? Thank goodness. Please be careful. There are two fierce hollows not far from here. They were once brave knights, my former escorts. Who would let such strong spirits be hollowed so? Heavens, is there nothing at all to be done?
Yeah, for the fact that she looked down on us back in Firelink, she is pretty helpless
You're no
by herself.
hollow, are you? Thank goodness. Please be careful. They were once brave.
Well, I guess we can take care of her friends for her. Ouch. One down. One down. Two down. Well, that wasn't that difficult.
You banished those two hollows, did you? It pains me to think of the trouble my failings have caused. I am certain that both Vince and Nico are grateful to you. Thank you so very much. Here, these belonged to them. You deserve them more than I.
Replenishment. Let's take a look at that. Beware of the cleric knight blessed by replenishment, for he shall not fall easily.
I am certain that both Vince and Nico are grateful to you. Thank you so very much. I am certain.
So yeah, she will get out of here on her own, so she will be fine from here on out. So it's actually not clear if it was Patches who kicked them down, like he kicked us down, or if it was Petrolund? No, Petrus of Furland is his name, right? The haircut guy, or if they or if they double teamed them, because as you may have noticed, Petrus is back in Firelink unharmed, supposedly searching for Rhea. Oh yeah, here we have another skeleton enemy. Like, yeah, I said that the catacombs had a weak enemy variety, but Tomb of the Giants compensates for that with unique and weird endless skeleton enemies. Like, what was their plan of attack here? Dude, one skeleton couldn't beat him. What are we gonna do? Dude, put one skeleton and then take another and put it on top. Like, what could possibly go wrong? And I guess they get an A for effort. And they actually do look creepy if you see them in the darkness, like just a silhouette moving about. Yeah, that was actually a misinput. Alright, so where are we? I hear a bow and arrow, so I know where we are. Well, let's talk to Patches once again and ask him what that was all about. Dude, like... But that wasn't very nice.
Oh, you! Well, let's just calm down. Talk about things. I did you wrong, but I didn't mean it. These temptations, they can, well, overcome me. You know what I mean, don't you? Please, forgive me. You and me, we're jolly undead outcasts, aren't we?
What was it? I think if you say no, he actually bribes you. So let's go with no.
Oh, for heaven's sake, let's not mope about, eh? You're still alive? Said I'm sorry. I know. Here, take this. It proves something, doesn't it?
Nice. Oh, wow. That's creepy. So he actually becomes a merchant in Firelink.
I didn't mean it. These temptations, they can overcome me. You know what I mean, don't you? Please, forgive me.
Yeah, and he's a staple of FromSoft games. He's been in Demon's Souls, he's been in Dark Souls 1 and 3, And he's been in Bloodborne. Well, I guess he's more of a staple of Miyazaki games rather than FromSoft games. Then over here we have some stuff, which we don't actually need, but I'm gonna show it off real quick. Nope, that's a dead end. Like, those arrows are huge, man. And they fly so slowly. Always looks funny. Yeah, sure, let's go up here. Let's explore a little. I know the way to the boss, but I don't remember every little item that's thrown about. So it's also kind of an adventure for me, I guess. And we are not headed in the direction of the boss, just to be clear. We could... no idea where we are exactly right now. How do you get to that? Oh, there's another ladder. I'm blind. Some more Eye of Deaths. It's nice if you wanna get all the achievements, I guess. I'm not going backwards, am I? No, there's still items I haven't picked up yet. What? But that's Pinwheel's chamber, isn't it? I did go backwards. What? Wait a second. What the hell? I guess this is a shortcut back to Pinwheel that I took. Alright. I see. Then there's an item here, right? Some more souls. Guess that doesn't hurt. Whoa, that was a deep fall. Luckily enough, we now have 20 Estus to spare. Yeah, so where's the party room? I think it's down here. The super fun room. So there's like a half a dozen skeletons down here. And the items you can get are not really worth it, the trouble of fighting all these guys off. But for the sake of the playthrough and to add to our death counter a little bit, let's go for it. Well, I guess if I actually manage to kill all of them, that solved the problem. That was easier than I remembered. Ooh, there's still more to go. Okay. I thought that was a little too easy. Some kind of symbols here etched into the ground, but I don't really know if they are relevant to plot or anything, or if they are just a nice texture they found or made. Over here is actually another one of those divine blacksmith guys, which we already found after the moonlight butterfly. And this one has a large divine ember. Large divine ember of secret church rites intended for select divine blacksmiths, on par with the very weapons of the gods. Yeah, I guess it's interesting that the thing you use to create divine weapons is down here, in the catacombs, where rituals of the occult and stuff were performed. I actually think with this you can also create occult weapons, but I'd need to check. Yeah, and you can see all those chalices and stuff. This here seems like a room where rituals were performed. Yeah, so I guess we head for the boss now. There's not much else left if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, listen closely. That's the sound of fun. You might have seen the famous Dark Souls gift, where they go like... Nope. So these guys are actually pretty damn dangerous, because they have a multi-hit attack that can very fast. Can drain your stamina really fast if you try to block it. Yeah, this one. Ha! We can one-shot them. Okay, that makes them a lot easier. Somewhere around here should be a Black Knight as well. Yeah, I can hear the Black Knight running around. Oh. Creepy skeleton dog. actually dropped a chunk. Alright. Didn't know they did that. So yeah, the archer guy is very annoying if you can't see shit. So let's take him out. Down here you can actually see Ash Lake. Like the thingy here you see is an arch tree. We'll get a better look at it a little later. Damn, all the longbows. Poise right through that shit and take him out. But I still didn't find the Black Knight. Like, there should be one, I'm certain. Ah, the Black Knight probably fell down, and that's why I suddenly got junk out of nowhere. I see. Because I don't think the skeletons drop chunks. That would be a first. Effigy shield. What's this? Don't actually remember this one. Frightful occult shield. Defense against divine weapons and lightning. In an ill-fated plot to destroy the very gods, the followers of the occult once attempted to steal the power of Ravelord Nito, the first of the dead. So it's unclear if this refers to the Pinwheel, because Pinwheel's description also said that he tried to steal the power of Ravelord Nito. Yeah, all the stuff surrounding Nito is pretty much shrouded in mystery. Like we for example, the witch and her daughters and the son, we know pretty much everything there is to know about their ambitions, their fate, I guess. But about Nito, like, we have no idea what's his plan in all this. Whoa. Okay, I'm not gonna do that again. That was way too close. I saw a bonfire somewhere around here. Nice. Okay. I actually thought there was only one down here, but alright, I'll take it. I'm not gonna kill this one yet, because I think with 17 Estus I have a pretty decent chance at defeating Nito. Is he gonna follow us? Yep, he is. What? How did he hit me at my shield up? What the hell? Those damn dogs, or whatever they are really annoying. Like, they are so damn creepy. Like, they act like feral beasts, but they have very human-like skeletons. It's really unsettling. Once again, props to the designer. So there we have a better look at the arch trees and Ash Lake in general. Whew. Actually gonna need to take a break after this. Been recording for quite some time now. Getting a sore throat from talking. But yeah, I wanna finish this game before New Year's, so gonna have to keep at it. Excuse me. Yeah, let's take a little look at Ash Lake. Oh, well, I guess now's a bad time. So here is Leroy. This is the reason we summoned him before, cause otherwise he wouldn't show up. He's actually a very hard hitter, so we have to be careful. But we are also very hard hitters, so he has to be careful. Humanity, Grant and Sanctus. Grant. A legendary weapon of the Way of Right, granted to an undead paladin long ago. This mass of iron can only be lifted by those with inhuman strength, but it is blessed and very effective against agents of dark. So yeah, he was most probably sent down here to strike down these occultists that tried to conspire against the gods. What was he called? Sanctus? There it is. Oops, that wasn't my intention. A legendary weapon of the Way of Right, granted to an undead paladin long ago, once blessed with the protection of a white flame, but its power has all but faded, so that it provides only slight HP recovery. Yeah, I need actually little faith to wield this hand. Okay then. Well, the final stretch of the level, before we get to face off against Ravelord Nito and his skeleton disco. Excuse me. Oh, huh. Am I trapped here with you, or are you trapped here with me? That's the question. So they actually set up an ambush here. He goes down. So now I am inclined to go after the archer, right? Well, I will show you just what happens if you do that. There's another dude. And he will always kick as his first move. So if you go after the archer, this guy will kick you down the cliff. There's actually another pretty infamous GIF that shows exactly that. So yeah, this is actually a pretty well orchestrated ambush, all things considered. But yeah, as soon as you know about it, you won't fall for it anymore. But I'd bet a lot of people died here their first playthrough. Then following is a pretty wide open room with several trash items thrown about. We won't collect all of them, it's mostly just white titanite chunks and stuff. And interesting here, like the skeletons here are all in some kind of praying posture. And they all prayed in the general same direction. Like this might also have been some kind of dark ritual for the sake of Nito. But yeah, speculation. As you may have noticed, there are several more pinwheels over here. We will ignore them. It's not really worth the trouble fighting them. And then here we have baby skeletons, which I really like. I don't think I know any other game where you have something like this. Because I think an implied child death usually makes your game rated 18 at least. But they actually got away with it here in Dark Souls, which I find interesting. Fucking pinwheel. Just stay down. Wanna look at the babies. They are strangely creepy and cute, like, it's weird. Pre-DLC this was actually the best spot to farm humanity. Because they actually respawn infinitely, I believe. Or at least for a very long time they respawn. They have small chance of dropping humanity. Yeah. And that's actually, I think, the only instance where you ever see children in this game, in this series even. Like in Bloodborne, where there were some children, but you never really get to see them. You just talk through them, you talk to them through doors. So I'm actually gonna have to cut the episode short before the boss, because I'm being called right now. Maybe I'll just make a little cut and we'll fight the boss still in this episode. So I'll see you guys in a second. Okay, here we are back again. Sorry about that little interruption. So right down here is actually the Chamber of Nito. And we are gonna take quite some damage falling down here. So we'll have to be careful. that we don't get hit immediately afterwards. Yeah, I'll talk us through the battle as we go. So here we have Ravelord Nito and his disco crew. Actually have to be careful if you immediately zip Estus, because he has an attack that can hit you where you are standing. Yeah, this one. Exactly this one. First thing, I wanna take out his buddies, because that will make the fight significantly easier. I only have to deal with him. Damn, it's really tough to evade this one, but it doesn't do that much damage. But it can toxic us. But as long as we only get hit once in a while, it isn't that big of a deal. And as you may have noticed, I'm killing the skeletons with my holy spear to prevent them from getting back up. Because Nito will revive them if I don't do it like this. And then there's one more skeleton. Come on. Come over here. Nito can actually kill them himself. But this means that he will get back up. I can't evade this one. God damn it. Did I kill him or Nito? I can't for the life of me evade this move. Okay, now all his bodies are gone. Now it's 200 chance time to shine. What? Wow, that was a very, very extended hitbox. Let's smash out of here to minimize damage. Ooh, I'm getting greedy already. This was a mistake. But we evaded his attack. Very nice. Yeah. After we finish his bodies, the fight is as good as won. It's not all that hard. His big AoE attack is a little annoying because you have to back up really far. You don't really get any chance to attack him. Ouch. Yeah, I don't want to get toxic. I have to be careful here. Oh, 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 back up, back up, back up. Let's be safe and heal up once more. Two more hits and we have this in the bag. Ooh, that was actually kinda risky, but it worked out. So yeah, that was Ravelord Nito and his disco crew. Pretty easy boss fight, honestly. I actually did in first try, or even on my first playthrough. Hashtag humble brag. So we'll take a look at his soul in a second. Over here we have Paladin Leroy stuff, which only spawned after we killed him in our little PvP drill beforehand. And his armor is actually pretty good. And yeah, I can't join the Gravelord Covenant anymore. But that's not a big waste. Yeah, let's take a look at the armor first. Long ago, the Way of White produced its first undead, a paladin in golden armor. With the legendary treasures Grant and Sanctus, Leroy set out for Lordran, land of the gods, in the first undead mission of the Way of White. Noteworthy here in this description is that the Way of White produced its first undead. I don't know if it's just worded weird, or if this here implies that the Way of White has some kind of ritual or something along those lines to make artificial undead. Or if it was the Way of the White in the first place that produced the undead curse. But I don't think that that's the case. Yeah. And now let's take a look at the Nito's soul. Soul of Ravelord Nito, first of the dead. This Lord Soul was discovered at the dawn of the Age of Fire. Ravelord Nito administers the death of all manner of beings. The power of this soul is so great that it satiates the Lord Vessel, despite the fact that much of its energy has already been offered to death. Huh, that's interesting. So does that mean that sustaining death requires energy? Like, in a few more thousand years, things can't die anymore because there's not enough death soul around? It's kind of weird. And we already looked at this, right? Yeah, I think so. Alright, then we are gonna end the episode here. And next episode... I haven't decided yet what we are gonna do. But thank you for joining us in this adventure and see you next time. Goodbye.